WTCF-TV presents Doing It Yourself, Alabama's #1 children's cooking show. Now here's your host for Doing It Yourself, Julia Child. Good morning! Welcome to Doing It Yourself. Each week we make something really neat in the kitchen. Today we're going to show you how to make buttercream frosting. Sure, you can buy it already made in the store, but it's much more fun to make it yourself. And you can make it any color or flavor you want to. Today we're going to make the basic recipe. Now let's go through the steps needed to learn how to make buttercream frosting. Step 1. Place a 1/4 cup of butter in the bowl and soften it with your spoon. Now let's go to the drawing for step 1. That is a 1/4 cup of butter. If you have margarine, you can use that too. And if your butter or margarine comes in sticks, that would be half a stick. Now watch me as I take the butter and I put it into the bowl. And I've got it softened up, and here's the butter in the bowl. Okay, let's go on to step 2. Step 2. Add a 1/4 cup of shortening and cream it together with the butter. Now let's go to the drawing. The drawing for step 2, that is a 1/4 cup of shortening. Now watch me as I take the shortening and I add it to the butter in the bowl. Putting it in the bowl, it's going to get married to the butter as we're mixing it up, mixing it all up, so we have shortening and butter all mixed together. There we go, it's all nice and mixed together. Now let's go on to step 3. Step 3, add a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla and mix together. Let's go to the drawing for step 3. That is 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. You could use pure vanilla or you could use imitation vanilla if that's what you have in your refrigerator. Now watch me as I take the vanilla. That is a 1/2 teaspoon, and I'm putting it in the bowl, and I am mixing it all up. Gives it a nice brownish color to the yellow butter and the white shortening, and it's all mixed together here. Now let's go on to step 4. Step 4. Add 2 cups of powdered sugar and mix it until fluffy. Now let's go to the drawing for step 4. That is 2 cups of powdered sugar. And it is also called confectioner's sugar, so it is powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar. Now watch me as I take the sugar. That is 2 cups of sugar. And I'm adding it into the bowl. And I'm going to mix it up until fluffy. That may take a few seconds because sugar is very dry. So you'll have to use a little elbow grease and mix it all up until it's got a fluffy texture to it. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it all up. Here we go. Mix it up. Okay, now we're almost done. Let's go on to step 5, our last step. Add 1 tablespoon of milk and mix together. Now let's go to the drawing for step 5. That is 1 tablespoon of milk. Now you can use whole milk or low-fat milk or skim milk or whatever you have in the refrigerator again. Now watch me as I take the milk. I've got skim milk here, and I've got 1 tablespoon, and I'm going to put that into the bowl and mix it all up. And there we go. Mix, mix, mix. Got to use a little extra strength here. And okay, now we have frosting. So let's go through the steps again to make the buttercream frosting. We've got step 1. Place a 1/4 cup of butter in the bowl and soften it with your spoon. That is a 1/4 cup of butter or margarine, or if you have sticks, that would be 1/2 a stick of butter or margarine. Now, step 2, add a 1/4 cup of shortening and cream it together with the butter. That is a 1/4 cup of shortening. The shortening will be mixed together with the butter, and to mix it up until it actually has a light yellow color. Now, step 3, add a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla and mix it together. That is a 1/2 teaspoon, and like I said before, you can use pure vanilla or you could use imitation vanilla. Whatever you have, you don't have to go out and buy something special. You can use whatever you have in the refrigerator. Now, step 4 was add 2 cups of powdered sugar and mix it until fluffy. That is powdered sugar, not granulated. It's also called confectioner's sugar, or sometimes the bag of sugar will say 10X on it. It's all the same thing, powdered sugar. And step 5, add 1 tablespoon of milk and mix it together. Now, that could be whole milk, low-fat milk, 2%, 1% skim milk, again, whatever you have in the refrigerator. So, now you're ready to frost your cake. Well, that's all for today, folks. Tune in next week as we learn how to make potatoes flambé. This is Julia Child for Doing It Yourself. Bon appetit.